When you read a historian like Thucydides, they always start with the idea that a pre-civilization, pre-modern society has no meritocracy. You hire your first cousin, or your general appearance is essential, not incidental to who you are. And the tribe then is the enemy of progress, it's the enemy of meritocracy. I think to every country in the Middle East except Iran, when I talk to people, journalists there, they always say something. It's a constant refrain. The reason that things don't work here is because we hire our first cousin. And we don't hire the most capable person. Because we judge people by their blood ties or their superficial appearance. We had been fighting with a legacy of slavery and Jim Crow in the South. We're now in 50 years since the Civil Rights Movement and affirmative action, and we were starting to realize Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream of the content of our character rather than this color of our skin, and we've gone back 50 years with this woke movement. This woke movement was not started grassroots. This is a top-down phenomenon. This is Oprah Winfrey from her $90 million estate in Montecito complaining about ill treatment to Meghan Markle in her $15 million mansion. This is Barack and Michelle Obama worth $100 million coming out and then pontificating on the unfairness as they go back to their 38-acre, $14 million Martha Vineyard estate. I could go on, but you get the picture. The BLM founder, Phyllis Queller, she's on house number 4 in Topanga Canyon. Professor Kendi, if you want to hear him, it's $20,000, $333 a minute for his advice about how you must be racist to stop racism and you must discriminate to stop discrimination. These are not revolutionaries out on the barricades. This is an elite-driven drive for the spoils of America, camouflaged as if America is culpable. When I heard General Milley and the Chief of Naval Operations and the Defense Secretary say that they were rooting out white privilege, white supremacy, and whiteness, I did think, what's going on in Afghanistan? Why we were losing Afghanistan while Joe Biden was telling us everything was okay in Afghanistan. They have 300,000 men, they have airport. Why he was calling the Afghan president and stealthy saying, even if you're losing it, please lie. What was our military doing? They were cannibalizing their own ranks. And when General Austin said we want every aspect of our military to reflect proportionality. Okay, white males, to take one example, do you really want to go down that tribal road where every single person is going to have a job based on their racial component? Because that's a trajectory to nihilism. And it's not even represented. We don't do that. We did that in the NBA when we were racist. And the NBA was not as exciting. Now we're going 76% African American. I think that's great. It's based on merit. But it violates the very canons of the left that says you cannot do that. So when I heard Austin and Milley say that, I said, okay, white males make up 33% of the population. They've died in Iraq at 75%, and they've died in Afghanistan at 74%. Are you going to call up the Afghan airport and say, hey, anybody who's a white male, pull back, you've died and overrepresented. So it's somebody else's turn to go get killed. So you can see where we're going. The ultimate manifestation is a DNA badge. So we all try to adjudicate whether we're going to go back to the South 1/16th drop. Unless you think I'm kidding, Elizabeth Warren tried that, didn't she? And she found out she didn't even have a 1/16th drop, but she relied on high cheekbone. She didn't have the creativity and the imagination of Ward Churchill, who at least took the trouble to dress up as a Native American, even though he wasn't. And so that's what we're doing now. Under the racism that was in the United States, especially in the South, but it was there, people then said, I'm going to pass for white. It was a tragic experience because they thought they would get superior and discriminatory treatment. Now it's, I'm going to pass for non-white. So we come full circle, but we're no morally better than where we were. And this is tragic because we were on the pathway to an assimilated, intermarried, and integrated society.